Tom and Alex reporting from our new studio in scenic Ideal Corners, Minnesota. Today we will be covering Occupy Wall Street. Occupy Wall Street, OWS, is an ongoing series of demonstrations beginning September 17th, 2011 in New York City's Zuccotti Park in the Wall Street Financial District.
Now, what these people want, Tom, is they want more and better jobs to compete with the 1%, so they can even out the income between the two and lessen a gap. They also want bank reforms and more reductions in the ways that businesses can influence the politics that allow for income.
So clearly they want several different things.
Several, but I'm not entirely sure if they're all on the same page with what they want.
Of course, of course. And now to our live field reporter, Archie Archibald, at the protests.
Kind of thing. Go.
Hello, it's Archie Archibald, Ninja Reporter, hiding behind this tree at the site of the Wall Street movement. I've heard that the Wall Street protesters are very violent. We'll see what they do.
Less taxes! More taxes! More money! Man, it's a good thing we're occupying Wall Street and we're really making a difference. Yeah.
In recent news involving Occupy Wall Street, they were recently in Zuccotti Park, where 100 to 200 people slept. And while tents were not allowed in the park, they just slept on the ground in sleeping bags and blankets and such. But not all of the people at these protests, Tom, are actual protesters.
No?
Some of them are just homeless people that join the protests for free food and such.
I suppose. They don't really care either way, but they like to mooch off of the free food.
It seems like it makes them have more numbers than they actually do, and more supporters.
You might even call them a homeless hanger-on.
Oh.
You know, some of you may be asking, Tom, how have their goals been addressed through the political process? Well, during an October 6th news conference, President Obama said, "I think it expresses the frustrations the American people feel, that we had the biggest financial crisis since the Great Depression, huge collateral damage all throughout the country, and yet you're still seeing some of the folks who acted irresponsibly trying to fight efforts to crack down on the abusive practices that got us into this in the first place." Vice President Joe Biden likened the protests to the Tea Party, saying, "What are the people up there on the other end of the political spectrum saying?" The same thing. "Look, guys, the bargain is not on the level anymore. In the minds of the vast majority of the American, the middle class is being screwed."
See, and these 99%, all everybody except for the 1%, they hate the 1%, which would be like the president and people of that nature. So
it's kind of an oxymoron.
Oh man, I really hate those 1% guys. Us 99%ers are so much better. Oh, definitely. Let's get him! Oh! So hungry! Okay. Oh my god! What are they doing? Oh! Oh my god, this is way too dangerous! I'm out of here!
Now you may be asking, Tom, how has the movement impacted policy and/or society? And I'd have to say, well, it really hasn't affected policy that much. The Congress has been pretty much ignoring these protesters, considering how the protesters are in fact protesting Congress. However, Nancy Pelosi did say she supports the growing nationwide Occupy Wall Street movement. "I support the message to establishment, whether it's Wall Street or the political establishment and the rest, that change has to happen. We cannot continue in a way that is not relevant to their lives." Now, if you think about it in society, Wall Street movement has affected society greatly. This movement has spread all over the U.S. Occupy Minneapolis, Occupy Oakland, Occupy Atlanta. It's all over the world, in fact. It has really done a great job in affecting society as a whole.
Now, most people, although they kind of think that most of the protesters are kind of idiots and hillbillies and that type of thing, because they do not have good jobs in the first place, thus why they're protesting. And now you also may be asking, what are people saying about this movement's future? It doesn't really have a future. It's doomed to failure because police are already kicking people out of parks. It's going to be winter soon. How are they going to just sit on streets like through the winter? It's going to be cold. It's going to be horrible. Snow, ice.
That 1% guy really got what was coming to him. Yeah. Except for, I'm really...
That's cool.
I'm so cold. I'm just gonna lay down for a little bit, guys, okay? Yeah, okay. Me too. Okay.
Say live and let die.
Welcome to the Tea Party meeting of 2011. We have 3 Tea Party activists with us here today. Blackbeard!
Lower government regulations.
A representative from the Spanish Inquisition.
Bring back together church and state.
And Satan!
Satan! The T in Tea Party stands for evil. The Tea Party was formed about 3 years ago. Its leader is considered to be Ron Paul. He is considered the intellectual godfather of the Tea Party.
Some of the platforms that the Tea Party stands for are things like bringing back together church and state, prayer in the classrooms, religious release, and we are definitely against abortion.
There are some quite notable people in the Tea Party, like Sarah Palin, for example, very influential. And we've got Ron Paul, as Satan mentioned. We also have Michelle Bachmann. She is important, and Jim Dement, Glenn Beck, very important people, very, very important.
But wait, guys! How have our goals been addressed through the political process?
Good question, Satan.
We are made of primarily conservative Republicans, and we hold a good standing in Congress. We try to pass our legislature to improve the lives of the Tea Party members.
But wait, guys, what are some of the actions that our participants have taken?
We do have some radical Tea Parties.
I believe you mean reactionary.
Yes,
Oh.
yes, thank you, Satan. Thank you very
liberal
much.
radicals.
Yes. I'm not going to say we support the reactionaries, but
We may imply it.
we may, not put you down too bad if you do.
What he's trying to say is essentially we support them, but we're not gonna say it outright.
Yes,
Yes,
that's
yes,
what I'm trying to say, yes. Alright, so you may ask us the question, how has the movement impacted policy and or society? Oh, well, what do you guys think?
You gonna go say
Well, a lot of our members are prominent politicians, so they of course try to advance our party as much as they can by making policies. And for society, the Tea Party movement has spread all across the nation. Many millions of hardcore Republicans do truly support the Tea Party movement and their ideals, as do we.
Socially, the Occupy Wall Street movement, some people compare it as a mini Tea Party, which is, it's incorrect.
We're against Occupy Wall Street. We think they're a bunch of buffoons.
Buffoons.
And ninnies.
Indeed.
Nitwits.
Indeed.
But wait, guys! What are people saying about this movement's future?
I've heard many accounts that we're doomed, but no.
No. The Tea Party.
It's here to stay.
We will live on.
Just like all of us, who are definitely not dead.
And we're not part of the Boston Tea Party.
And we do exist in this realm.
Yeah.
Alright guys, meeting adjourned. So, what are you guys gonna do with the rest of your weekend?
I'm gonna go oppress some Jews.
Watch some of these pirated DVDs.
I'm gonna go play laser tag!
So, Mr. Pagan, what do you think about the religious right?
Well, the religious right means a lot to my church. We want more church in family life and more of it in our schools.
I see. So, how has the government made this possible? Are there any laws or anything, or what?
If anything, they've been taking away our religious right, taking prayer out of schools. My children can't even bring their altars into the classroom anymore.
Ah, I see. That must be terrible for you. So, you've actually been moving backwards with the government?
Yes, religion has been leaving people's lives. We want more religion. That is the religious right.
Gotcha. So, what demands do you have for the government, specifically?
Well, we would really like more tax incentives for free preaching churches like ours. We also wish the government would let us bring our religion out more. We have a freedom of religion. We want that freedom to be on paper.
Uh-huh. So have you protested anything or gone out and talked to the government at all?
Well, our church, we're not very public about our church, but we are working to make the government see it our way.
Uh-huh. So do you know what other people are saying about your movement?
Some may think it's silly or not progressive, but I tell them this: where would they be without their religion?
Thank you. That will be all for today.
Hello, we are two representatives from the Christian Coalition of America.
We stand for a few things. Our points are: we are against gays in the military. We are against gay marriage. We are against stem cell research. We are against Obamacare. And most importantly, we are pro-religious rights.
Yeah!